Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, SN.
Okay.
Yes, Baba, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. Earlier we discussed about the array list and list concept. Now we know that like what's the mean by collection and collection and collection. Basically, that the lowercase started with the collection. It's a interface like definition means like it's a group of individual objects are together as a single entity. Now, basically, the middle one is the collection. It's an interface. It's a root interface of all collection interfaces. Collections in the sense it's a class or utility class now where we can use to search and sort mechanism if you want to use. Now we can go with like collections or class. Okay, now you know that collection is a root interface of all collection interfaces. Now here we have a list and set and queue or the child classes. Within the list, we are using array list, linked list, vector, and stack, and then the set and asset, linked asset, tree set. Okay, now list we have seen already. Now, like it's a child of a collection interface. Now it will allow the duplicate values, insertion order is preserved, and null insertion is possible, and we can store similar and dissimilar type of data also. Okay, now we can see like some more example on that list concept. You can use like any type of list, array list, linked list, vector, and stack. You can use anything. Okay, everything output is the same. Okay, but internal functionality we discussed already, but output is the same. Okay, we are going to discuss some methods which are present in this like list interface. Okay, now I'm going to create the main method. I'm going to create like array list. Now array list I'm going to take your al is equal to new array list. Okay. Now control shift to import the package. Okay, I want to insert some data. Now al dot add of simply they will say now al dot add of simply value al dot add of RAM. Okay, now this is the data. Okay, if you want to insert, now we can use add method. Okay, for suppose if you want to set your data, okay, set your data based on the index format. Okay, for suppose simply al dot the set method here. The set method is taking like based on the index. Now which index you want to add? For suppose the 0 index I want to add. Okay, I want to add a ballala. Okay, now again I want to add a al data add of like fit. Okay, this thing al data add of simply here like put add. Okay, now there's a thing I added. Now for suppose I want to remove it. Okay, I want to remove it. Now al dot remove method we can see a remove directly, we can remove it. Now based on the index also we can remove it. Okay, remove it is a based on the index. Okay, for suppose one. Okay, one in the sense like index. For suppose al dot remove method. Okay, remove of object also we can mention directly. For suppose like goat. Now we can mention the object and we can mention the index value also, the location also we can mention. Okay, both are possible. Now here I want to check do we have any object of Ramu is there or not. Okay, now yes, I want to check that. Now SYSO, okay, SYSO in the AL object dot contains is a method. I'm checking the Ramu is there or not. Okay, the contains method is return type is a boolean type. Okay, the contains is a method, its a return type is a boolean. Okay, whether the Ramu is there it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, now I want to get like a first index. Now I want to see that first index. Now al dot get method we can use based on which index you want. For suppose the second index. Okay, the second index. Now Again, SO. I want to know the size of the array list right now. Now, AL dot the size method I can get. Okay. Now, these are the predefined methods which are present in the array list. Okay. Now, I want to check whether the given AL object is empty or not. Right now, we have this many values. Okay, I'm checking that. Okay, I'm checking that is empty or not. Now, we have the method is empty. Okay. Now, basically, in the AL, we have this many objects we have. Okay, it's not empty. Now, simply we are getting false. Oh, sorry, not executing. Click run as Java application. Now, see, it's not empty. We are getting false. Okay, the size is a 3 right now. Okay, get up. Second index value is a 2, key 3. Okay, contains Ramu in the sense like true we have. Okay, now after that, like these two, like removed first index and remove goat also it's removed. Okay, I want to add some more values that's better to understand. Al dot add of now I want to iterate all the values now which are present inside the AL object. Okay. Now by using for each loop we can iterate it. Okay. Now simply here. Okay. Now by using for each loop, the data is a string format. Okay. Now in the object is a string object. I'm going to print like name. It's a present in the AL object. Okay. Now simply here. Okay. Now we are getting error. SO. Okay, I'm printing the name. Okay, now still we are getting error. The type mismatch cannot from element type of object to string. Okay, now why we are getting error here in the sense is AL is everything is object, right? Okay, even though like if I pass the there was a string type, even though it is an object. Okay, now we have one concept. The next concept, that one only the generics concept we need to mention, which type of data you want to allow into that array list. Okay, the string type of data only I want to allow that. Okay, now see the error is gone. If I mention the string, the error is gone. Okay, we'll explain later this one. Now if I execute, right click, run as Java application. Now see we got like a Balala, Ramu, Kiti and Java and HTML we got. Okay, now I want to convert whatever the objects here we have, I want to convert to array. Okay, I want to convert, I want to print array. Now simply here so converting object to array. Okay, now how I can convert like these objects into array. Now for that we have one method al dot to array method is that's here. This to array method is return type is object of array. Okay, now to array method, this method is return type is object of array. Now array array. Now the same thing here, we got array. Now we can use like for each loop. Okay, now the data is object type, object of simply here AR colon in this object we have all the data. Now simply you can print it. Now so AR you can print it. Now we can convert object to that array. Okay, now array format we got it. Now here whatever the data we have, I want to sort it out. Okay, how I can sort it? Okay, now simply here sorting. If you want to do the sorting based on the values whatever we have like Balala, Ramo, Kirti, Java, HTML, if you want to sort it, we need to go with like a collections class. Now collections dot sort method we have. Okay, what you want to sort? Okay, you want to sort AL. After sorting, if you want to print SYSO, okay, AL into print. Now right click, run as Java application. Now see the sorting order we got like Balala, HTML, Java, Kirti, and Ram. Okay, the sorting order we got it. Okay. Now, for suppose copying one array list to another array list. Okay. Copying one list to another array list. Observe carefully here. Now, copying one list to another list. Now, I am going to create like one more array list here. Now, array list, I'm taking like string type of data here. Now, uh, list simply is equal to new array list. Okay. Now, observable here. In this AL is like a previous list, right? Now, this is a first list, right? Okay. This list I want to pass to like this list. Now, if I pass AL here, now whatever the data we have in that AL, automatically it's enter into that list. Now, here, right click run as Java application. Now, here, the same data we got it. Okay. Now, just I created the second one. Okay, I copied this AL object data into this list. Okay, that's a point. Now I want to extract some portion of the object collection object. Okay, extracting. Now we can use like substr, substring. Okay, those slice method we use. Okay, here we can use a sublist method. Now we can extract some list from the given collection objects. Okay, now AL dot sublist. Okay, from which index to which index you want to enter. For suppose first index to like fourth index I want to extract it. Okay. Now this sublist method is return type is a list of string type of data. Okay. Now list of string data again li I'm going to mention. Okay. Control shift to import the package. Sublist I'm going to write. Okay. Sublist. Now simply SYSO. If you print li, we are getting the sublist based on 1 to 4 indexes. What are the values here? HTML, Java, Q.3 we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I mentioned 4 in the sense like index minus 1 we are going to get end minus 1. Okay, the sublist is taking like a end minus 1. Okay, that's a point. Now next for suppose I want to replace all the elements. Okay, but suppose I want to replace all the elements. Replace all the elements. Now what you want to replace it here? Okay, now everything is the lowercase, right? Every values are lowercase, right? Okay, now I want to take all the values are in the uppercase. Okay, whatever the values here we have, I want to convert all the values are in the uppercase. Okay, now if you want to convert it, first we need to create like one type of operators. Okay, now it's related to like Java 8 features. Okay, like double colon operator, like we have the concept. Now there we will discuss, just remember it. But suppose we have the data is the string type. Now two uppercase here we have. Okay, the two uppercase is a method. Now this two uppercase data type is like a unary operator in the form of like string type. Now simply here unary operator operator in the form of like string. Now I'm going to mention, I'm going to store like two upper. Control shift to import the package. The plus unary operator don't have anything, but I need to import it. Okay, now we got it. Syntax to error. I'm missing. Okay, now in this case it's not a method, it's just a parameter only. Okay, basically here we can see like a double colon operator. Okay, the concept is a double colon operator. Okay, now here I want to print like al dot replace all of. See here, we have replace all method. Okay, two upper method I'm passing. Now I want to print it. Okay, Now simply here right click, run as Java application. Okay, now so we need to print it, right? SYSO. Now this thing we need to pass to like our method control S, but we cannot print it, right? This method is already void, written void, in the sense like it's need to print, but we are not going to print in printing println. The method print boolean in the type of print stream is not applicable for the argument void. Then we're trying to print it. Even the print is not working. Change it to println. Think the method is replace all method. Okay. After that we need to print it, I think. Okay, now we need to assign some variable, that's better. Like string. Yes. That means first cannot convert from y to string. Just okay, I think we need to print AL SYSO. If you print AL, I think we are going to get capital cases. Okay, now sir, exactly. Okay, now we got capital cases here. Everything is a capital case. Replace all. Okay, replace all. Now, for suppose simply here I want to retain all. We have one more method. It is a replace all. Now we have a retain all also. We have. Okay, retain all. Now the retain all is going to mention that it will mention the specified values which are contained in the given object. Okay, observe carefully here. Now retains only the elements. Okay, the elements in the list contained in the specified collection. Okay, now observe al dot retain all. Okay, I want to pass some data. Now arrays dot has list. Okay, has list also we can pass some data here. Now I can pass Java and I can pass like HTML. Okay, now then after that I want to print it. Now SYSO AL, if you print right click, run as Java application, we got an empty. Oh, why we got an empty? Now this return all method is going to return boolean type. Okay, now basically here this type of, if you want to do that, we need to create like one more list. We need to typecast it. This as a list. I think we need to comment this one. Right. Okay, now see here. Yeah. See here. Okay, earlier we have Ballala, HTML, Java, and Kirti Ramu, right? Now this is the old collection. Okay, within this collection here, in this AL object only, we have all the data. Okay, within this collection, now as a return all method is going to be mentioned what are the values are present in this Java and HTML are present in the AL object only again. Now what are the matching records only printing that by using a return all. Okay, now it will comparing that both the collections. Okay, what are the matching records out there, the only matching records going to be printing. Okay, now that is a point about the retain all method. Replace in the sense like entire the values are going to be replacing. Okay, entire values are going to be replacing, but retain all in the sense like it will matching only, the matching records only going to be printing the data. Okay, now that is about methods. These are the most important methods we have in the ArrayList. Okay, these methods are same, linked list and vector and stack, but little bit differences we have. Okay, now these are the commonly used methods like add method, remove method, return method, content method, get method, size method, isempty method. Okay, the representation of printing like for each loop and object of converting. Okay, now Yeah. Now we'll see like one more example. Observe carefully here. Okay, these are the methods commonly using here. Uh, okay. Now I'm going to create an object of ArrayList. AR is equal to new ArrayList. Okay. Control Shift out import the package. Now AL dot add up. For suppose I want to add at a time like 10 numbers. Okay. I want to add 10 numbers at a time. Now without writing like 10 times add method, okay, I can go with like a for loop. Okay, see here. For of int I is equal to 0. Now I less than or equal to 10 I plus plus. Okay. Now here I want to add. Now AL dot add of I want to pass it. Okay. Now here 0 to 10 numbers are added. Okay. Now again. Okay. Again I want to print all the values. Okay. I want to print all the values. Now simply here SY okay. Now by using for each loop or for loop I want to print. Okay, by using for loop I want to print. How I can print these values by using for loop? Now the same thing here. Now for int I is equal to 0. Now I less than or equal to 10. Now I plus plus. Now here we need to use al dot. Okay, simply here we can print it SY al dot get of I. Okay, now we added all the values. Okay, we are getting the values by using get method. Okay, in the for loop. Now if you observe that, right click run as Java application. Now here we got up to like 10 values. Okay, now I want to print like by using for each loop. Okay, I want to print for each loop. Now SYSO printer by using for each loop. Okay, how I can print? What is the formula for that? Now for is a keyword. Which type of data is present in this AL? Object only, right? Everything is object. Okay. Now, yeah. Any doubt?
Yeah, no, Anna, continue.
Right. Yeah. Object O. Now in the AL object we have now SYSO. We need to print the OBJ. Okay. Now right click run as Java application. Now again we got like a 0 to 10 values. Okay. Now here my requirement here I want to print one more requirement. Okay. Now I want to print only odd numbers. Okay. Now printing odd numbers from the collection object. Now anybody guess like how we can write the code by using for each loop? For of the same object now O colon in the AL. I want to print odd numbers. Any idea?
Yeah, if condition, Anna.
If I
Then I
percentile by 2 not equal to
equal to 0.
0. Okay. Now simply SYSO. Now we are getting, if I print I, we are getting output. But I is getting error. ఇక్కడ చూడండి I error వస్తుంది. Condition correct ena?
O.
Okay, ఇక్కడ చూడండి. O రాయాలి కదా. I బదులు O రాస్. O percentile by 2. Now O print చేయాలి. Now still we are getting error. Okay. Now if you place the cursor here, the operator percentile is undefined for the argument type of object comma int. Okay, the meaning of what is meaning of this one? ఇక్కడ చూడండి నేను ఇప్పటి వరకు ఏం చెప్పాను, ఏదైతే మనం డాటా ఎంటర్ చేస్తామో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ లోకి ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. మనం ఇంటీజర్ పాస్ చేసిన అది ఆబ్జెక్టే. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మనం ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నాం, కానీ మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? నంబర్, ఆడ్ నెంబర్ కావాలి. కానీ అది ఎక్కడుంది? ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది. టైప్ ఏంటి? ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకే, ఈ కలెక్షన్ ఎంటైర్ ఆబ్జెక్టే కదా, కానీ మనకేంటి? ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నుంచి ఇంటీజర్ కావాలి. అప్పుడు ఏంటి అంటే ఈ టైప్ కన్వర్షన్ చేయాలి ఫస్ట్ మనం. ఓకే, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ నుంచి ఇంటి కన్వర్షన్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇవి ఓ అనేది ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకే, ఓ అనేది ఆబ్జెక్ట్. మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? అవుట్పుట్ ఇంట్ టైప్ కావాలి. ఓకే, నా ఇంట్ టైప్ కావాలి. నా సింప్లీ హియర్ ఇంటీజర్ ఐ. ఓకే, నా ఇక్కడ ఓ అనేది ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈ ఏఎల్లో ఏదైతే ఉందో వాల్యూ, ప్రతి ఒక్క వాల్యూ అనేది ఓకే ఎంటర్ అయిపోద్ది. ఇప్పుడు ఓలో ఉన్న వాల్యూ ప్రతి ఒక్క వాల్యూ అంటే ఆబ్జెక్ట్, కానీ మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? ఇంటీజర్ టైప్ కావాలి. నా we need to typecast with the integer. Okay, add cast with the integer. Now in the I we got integer values. Now simply if I percentile by 2, we can print that I. We got output. Control shift I, simply right click run a Java application. Now here we got like 13579 is a numbers, not objects. Okay, these are the numbers, not objects. Simply here we have. Okay, clear? Till now everything, the collection is everything is an object. Okay, based on this concept you can observe that till now everything we discussed object only, not integer values. Okay, if you want to print an integer or other type of data, first we need to typecast it, then only we can use it. That's the point. Okay, now the next here, generics we have. Okay, generics concept. Okay, what's the mean by that? Generics. Okay, this generics is basically here disabled for the typecasting the purpose. Okay, for suppose simply you know that in the collection any type of data is allowed. Okay, any type of data is allowed collection. Now autocorrelable nature, homogeneous and heterogeneous data allowed. Every data is allowed. Okay, every data is allowed. Now my requirement is what? I want to allow only the string type of data, or otherwise I want to allow only integer type of data. I want to allow only boolean type of data. Okay, now in this case they didn't mention anything in the before Java 8. Okay, for every value we need to typecast it. If you want to enter the same data, we need to providing typecasting. Okay, now the Java 8 they provided the generics concept. Okay, the type safe without writing for each and every value type conversion. Now it will checking automatically the type. Okay, type time at the compile time. Okay, type say at compile time. Okay, then how I can mention that the generics? Now by using angular braces we can use. For suppose simply I'm taking like a array list. Within this array list I want to allow only integer values. Now simply here we can mention integer. Okay, integer al is equal to new array list of now we can mention integer parentheses. Okay, now like this we can mention the generics concept. In the right now al object is going to be allow only integer type of data, it's not allowed other type of data. Even if you're trying to write other type of data, simply you are getting errors. Okay, you are getting errors. That is a point. Now observe carefully here. The same thing I'm going to creating. Now array list. Now al is equal to new array list. Okay, right now I'm not entering like any type of conversion. Okay, any type of data it's allowed right now. Array list. Now al dot add of simply here welcome. Okay, now I'm now using null also. Here observe carefully the null value. Now these are the values here we have. Right now it's allowed. Okay, now we can print it also. If I print al, right click, run as Java application, we can print the values here. But here in the given collection object, I want to allow only integer values. Okay, now whenever you want to the requirement like that, simply now we can use that Angular basis, we can apply the generics concept, which type of data is allowed. The both the sets we can mention. Basically right side is optional. Now if you want, you can mention it, no issues on that. Okay, now see here, now 12, 13, 14 and 19 and 17 is getting error. Okay, the integer values it's not allowed in the except integer, the remaining are not allowed. See here, only 15 and 16 and null value is always. Okay, now remaining is getting error. For suppose I want to allow only the string type of data, I don't want like integer. Now this array list I want to allow only string type of data. Okay, now in this case the both the sets we can pass the string type of data. Now see here, the remaining is getting error 89 and the numbers and boolean and everything is getting error. Okay, for example I don't want any string type of data, I want like a boolean type of data. Okay, I want like a boolean type of data. Now see here, the remaining is getting error except a boolean. Okay, except a boolean, the remaining is getting error. Okay, now like this, now we can use the generics concept whenever you want like only same type of data in the collection. Now we can use the array list, or sorry, like the generics concept we can use. Okay, that's a point, the generics. Now we have one more concept, that is a cursors we have. Okay, the cursors we have. Okay, here we have the cursors, enumeration. Okay, now iterator, list iterator. These are the three concepts we have: enumeration, iterator, and a list iterator. Now, what's the purpose of this cursor? Simply here. Now, till now, whatever we executed output, it's a completely based on like in the form of list only. Okay, but I don't want to print in the form of list. I want to print okay, one by one element by using internal applying and traversing effect. Okay, the one by one element I want to print. Okay, like a for loop I want to print, but internally it's applying like a traversing concept. Okay, if you want to print that, now we can go with like cursors concept. Again, in the cursors we have the three types: the enumeration, iterator, and a list iterator. Okay, enumeration in the sense, now it is used for legacy classes. Okay, legacy classes. What are the legacy or old classes we have in our list concept? Now you know that vector and stack are legacy classes. Okay, now the iterator, for this iterator, the entire okay, the entire collection classes we can use this. Okay, now either set or queue or list, every class is we can use it. This iterator concept we can use everywhere. That's why we can call it is a universal iterator also. Okay, universal iterator also we can call it. Now this universal iterator we can use only the forward direction, we can print only the forward direction. Now we can remove it. Okay, now we can remove at the time of reading operation, but we cannot replace it. Okay, that's the purpose of iterator. The list iterator we can use only the list related classes. Okay, array list, linked list, vector, and stack only. Okay, now we can print the data both forward direction and reverse direction. Okay, both forward and reverse direction we can print by using list iterator concept. Okay, if you observe that, somewhere we have that cursors. No, Enumeration, iterator, list iterator. Enumerations here. Enumeration E is equal to V. V in the sense like a collection object dot elements. Okay, these are old classes. That's why here the method is here how much length we have has more elements. Next element. Okay, the lengthy methods we have in the old classes. Okay, here limitations for that enumeration only for legacy classes, only read operation. Now for the iterator. Okay, the iterator simply we can create the iterator object by using iterator method here we have. What are the methods we can use in the iterator? As next method we can remove it. See here, only one direction we can print, we can read and remove, but not replace it. Okay, and we cannot add a new element while reading. Reading in the sense like whenever we are fetching the data from the collection object. Okay, that's the iterator. Next, list iterator. These are the methods here we have. The both direction we can use it. Okay, by using list iterator. See here, how many methods? Has next index, and as previous. Okay, previous index, remove. Okay, we can remove it, we can set it, we can add it. Okay, these operations we can do by using the list iterator. Okay, now we'll do one example like iterator and list iterator. We'll end up it. The enumeration that much not important. Simply now array list. I'm taking like string type of data. It's your wish. Here is equal to new array list. Okay, new array list. Control shift to import the package. Now al data add of simply here. Now I'm taking like Bahubali. No, you can take like multiple data. No, Q3. Okay. Now these are the values here we have. I'm printing normal collection AL. Now you can observe it how we got outputs here in the form of like array we got it. But I don't want like this. I want to print like in the form of a traversing effect. Okay, one by one. Now we can use the iterator concept here. Now iterator. Now here how we can take like iterator in a sense. Now this iterator method we need. If you want to iterator method in this collection object, we have iterator methods here. Al dot iterators here. The iterator is a return type is a iterator interface object of a string of ArrayList. Now iterator method. This method is return type is iterator interface object. Now iterator. Now string. I'm storing like in the ITR. Okay. Now we got ITR. Means all the values are present in this ITR only. Okay, whatever the objects here we have, these entire objects are present in the ITR. Okay, if I don't know the number of iterations, we'll go for while loop. Now while of, okay, ITR dot has next. Okay, ITR dot has next. Now the requirement, okay, whenever we are reading operation, we can remove it, right? Now if condition ITR dot, okay, the next dot contains, okay, contains Kirti, I want to remove it. Okay, contains Kirti, I want to remove it. See here, now we have the Kirti. Whenever we are reading operation, whenever the Kirti is there, I want to remove it. Now, if I remove after that, I want to print all the values. Okay, simply sorry, not to printing. We need to remove it. Now,
Yeah,
I
continue.
dot to remove.
Okay.
Control S. Now, again, after removing, whenever we are while in the sense we are reading all the data, we remove. But after that, we need to print it, right? Whether it is removed or not. Now, simply here, printing remaining values. Okay. Now, then how I can print by using for each loop, we can print it. Now, for of which type of data we are using in the collection object, string type of data. Now, we can take object of a string s colon in which variable we have all the data al object. Okay, not variable object. Now, so into print, yes. Now right click run as Java application. Now sir, without the Kirti we got outputs here. We don't have any Kirti. Okay, we don't have any Kirti concept right now. That's a point here by using iterator concept. By using here iterator concept, we can print only forward direction. We can remove it. But if I'm trying to replace it, we cannot replace it. Why? In the sense, we don't have any replace method. We don't have any set method. That's a point. Now the same requirement, I want to use a list iterator. It is the iterator only here. It is the iterator concept. Okay. Now we can use anywhere in the entire collection concept. But list iterator, we can use only list iterator classes. Here, I'm going to create like list iterator, list itr. Now main method. Okay, I'm taking the same data up to this. Okay, now I'm using list iterators here. Al dot here list iterator. Now al dot list iterator. This list iterator method is return type is a list iterator interface object. Okay, list iterator. Okay, I'm taking like string type of data. Now LTR I'm taking. Okay, now if I don't know the number of iterations, we'll go for while loop. Now while off. Okay, LTR dot. Okay, now has previous. For suppose first I'm printing like forward, after that backward. Okay, has next. Okay, now here I want to replace it. Okay, I want to replace it. Now if itr dot so not itr ltr dot the next dot contains. Okay, now if the contains Kirti. Okay, but suppose here we have the Kirti, right? Okay, where we have the Kirti, I want to replace it some other name. Okay, now ltr dot set method, here we have set Satya. Okay, now where we have the Kirti, I want to replace it with Satya. Now after that I want to print like a reverse direction, right? Now okay, it is a printing forward direction. Now simply here printing forward direction. Okay, then how I can print forward direction after replacing? Now by using for each loop. Now we have the string type of data. String s is equal to, in the al object we have all the data. Now we can print s5 s4 s we can print. Okay, now printing reverse direction. Okay, now backward direction. Okay, then how I can print the backward direction? Okay, now if you want to print like backward direction, we can use like a list iterator. Now al dot, okay, list iterator. Okay, already we have the data, right? Now simply here while off. Okay, ltr data has previous. Okay, has previous. Now SYSO, simply ltr dot previous, we can print it. Now right click run as Java application. I think we can use some line, that's better. Underline we can use it. See here. Now right now Bahubali Devasena Kattappa. Now where we have the Kirti, I replaced it with the Satya. Okay, it is a forward direction. Now reverse direction here. Kalakeya, Maheshmati, Balala, Satya, Kattappa, Devasena, Bahubali. Okay, it is a forward direction. It's a reverse direction. Okay, now if you want to print like both the direction, we can go with like a list iterator concept. If you want to go only that forward direction, you can remove it, and we cannot replace it by using iterator concept. Okay, now these are the some concepts we have in that list concept. Now the set and map are easy. Now tomorrow we can complete that set and map. Okay, now are you clear till now? Any doubts?
యా
Clear, Baba.
క్లియర్ అన్న. మళ్ళొకసారి వీడియో చూస్తాం మెథడ్స్ కి.
Okay, yeah. Now you can observe it like again that watch the video. Now if you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay.
షూర్.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, Baba. Bye, Baba.
Bye.